Alright, Shalom. Something happened. I just recorded this lesson and it didn't record. Satan working through these devices. But I'm gonna go ahead and just redo it. It says the words of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Anathoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of Yahweh came in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, the king of Judah, in the 13th year in his reign. It also came in the days of Jehoiakim and the son of Josiah, king of Judah, and to the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, because our people were about to get carried away into Babylon, right? And it really is southern kingdom more specifically, because the northern kingdom had already been, had already left to the North and South Americas. Verse 5, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. And Yahweh knows us before we come out our mother's womb. Because why? Because he's the father of spirits. And also, through the reincarnation, regeneration, we've been prophets in multiple generations, multiple ages. Verse 6, then said I, Yahweh, the power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. All right. And, Jeremiah is known to have been a young prophet, he's called himself a child. So, and I've seen this, when I've been on YouTube, even in this age, you have prophets, and I've seen prophets under the banner of GMS who are young as hell. You click on the young brothers' videos and listen to them, and they're breaking the spirit. They're in the spirit dealing with them. They're putting the breakdowns correctly. So it does, age is just nothing but a number when it comes to being a prophet. You have the old prophets, you have young prophets, you have brothers who are, prophets of all ages in 144,000. It says, but Yahweh said unto me, saying, now I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Right, so we've been commanded to speak his words, right? And that's why we don't have to fear nothing. And he's done it throughout the ages. Like, he puts his word in his prophet's mouth. Exodus 4:15, it says, and thou shalt, well, let me start at I'll start at 14, Exodus 4:14. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman and he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of a God. So the point is Yahweh puts his words in his prophets, and his servants, his prophets' mouths. That's an important characteristic of a true prophet, is you're not using your own words, but Yahweh has put his spirit on us, and we're using his words. All right. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. All right. So we're commanded not to be afraid of our own people, or be afraid of the heathen. Be afraid of if you're a prophet, you can't have a spirit of fear. The true prophet and servant of Yahweh Bashem Yashai is bold in this truth. All right. You teach with authority. You don't come out there being afraid, or being a simp, or you too scared to deliver the message. You can't. That's not a servant. That's not a characteristic of a true prophet. Ezekiel 3, and we'll start right here. Verse 7, It says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. When your mind is in your forehead, right? That's where your spirit dwells. So, and it also goes into understanding. Our understanding is greater and stronger than the 2/3 in the heathen, even though this is talking about Israel right here in Ezekiel. All right. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. All right. So we don't need to fear when we're out there teaching. We don't need to fear our own people, the 2/3 that come up against us. Right. Whether you're an old man and you're prophesying, or you're a young man like Jeremiah, who was extremely young, when he was called to be a prophet, So that's that's the spirit of the prophets. You're not soft. You got a hard spirit. You have a spirit of boldness about you. If you're a true servant of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is Jeremiah 1 and verse. I'll read 8 again. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. Then Yahweh put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yahweh said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. Just like he did with Moses, just like he did with the prophets in this day and age. He's put his words in our mouths. Verse 10. See, I have this day set over thee the nations, and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and to plant. And that's what we do as the prophets. We're set over the nations. We're the high value, the true high value men on the planet Earth. Verse 11. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Jeremiah, what seest thou? And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree. Then said Yahweh unto me, thou hast well seen, for I will hasten my word to perform it. So meaning, when Yahweh shows us, when he gives us the breath and that knowledge and that of understanding, and guess what? And we go out there and prophesy, well, the vision or the understanding, and guess what? He's gonna perform whatever vision or understanding he's given us, as long as it's according to his word, according to the scripture, according to what's written. And the word of Yahweh came unto me the second time, saying, what seest thou? And I said, I see a seething pot, and the face thereof is toward the north. Then Yahweh said unto me, out of the north an evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. For lo, I will call all the families of the kingdoms of the north, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem, and against all the walls whereof round about, and against all the cities of Judah. Right? Because our people were going to be carried away captive, get carried away into Babylon. You were going to have the heathen, and the heathen's always in cahoots working together against the Israelites. All right. Verse 16. And I will utter my judgments against them, touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me and have burned incense unto other gods and worship the works of their own hands. Right. So our people, since the ancient Babylon, they forsake Yahweh. That's why, at the end of the day, that's why our people got carried away into captivity into Babylon, because we fell off. We fell off from what? We fell off from the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the same thing has happened in the daughter of Babylon, which is Babylon, America. Hey, you Israelites, you 2/3, you fall off, and you're still burning incense unto other gods. You're learning. You're in the fashion. You're fashioning yourself in the way of the heathen. And it says, and worship the works of their own hands. Because some of y'all are like the artificers of the ancient, which an artificer was a man who his craft was to make a statue or an idol or a graven image and then pray to the statue that he created with his own hands, which we know there's no power in such a thing. All right. Verse 17, thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. Right. So gird up the loins, that means man up. If you're a prophet of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you got to man up. You can't. This prophesying is not. It's not a spirit of the weak. It's not a spirit of a simp. You know. You come in power. You prophesy with authority, like our big brother Yahushai. You know, you're bold, right? Because when you have the truth, you can be bold, right? If we had a bunch of lies and we were teaching, some false doctrine, there's no way we could go out in the streets speaking boldly with authority, okay? Salakia, the phone is ringing in the background. It says in 18, for behold, I have made thee this day a defense city and an iron pillar and a brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. Right? So the prophets are literally, like I said earlier, we're the true high value men in the land. Right? It doesn't matter if it's our own people, it doesn't matter if it's the heathen. If the ones who are in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, starting out with the prophets, are the most high value men on the planet, right? And we're that's where the remnant, that's where the defense is going to come, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai destroy the 2/3 and the heathen. Well, guess what? We're going to be the men that brings back the nation. We're going to because we're going to be the only ones. Like the others have to be destroyed. And our people were getting carried away into Babylon, but guess what? There was still hope because the Lord still had his prophets among the heathen. Among the heathen and among the 2/3. Right? It says in verse 19, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to deliver thee. Right? So it don't matter who comes up against us, whether it's the heathen, the 2/3, Esau, Edom. It doesn't matter. We're actually we're still gonna be delivered, because why? Because Yahweh is with us. All right. Let me see. Oh man, I can't remember. Well, there was a verse I wanted to get, but I can't remember. And honestly, I just did this lesson. I had to redo it because something happened with the recording. It didn't record it. So I'm going to close out on that, the second time doing the same chapter tonight. But hey, that's the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. If you're diligent, because I thought about just saying fuck it and not letting, not redoing it. But hey, at the end of the day, the sheep, you can't feed the sheep one day and not feed them the next day, right? You can't take off a day from feeding the sheep. So at the end of the day, I was commanded in my spirit to do the lesson, all right? So again, I did it two times. So, with that, I hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akim who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.